Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Clair Summer and this is Lumiere Tarot. A big warm welcome to you if you are new here on the channel. I'm going to be doing your pick a card reading for you today, and today we're looking at how do they feel now you're gone. Okay, so we're just going to be taking a look at sort of the messages in the cards, the messages from Spirit, to see what's going on with your ex, with your person, you know, how they're feeling, what they're thinking. Just see if we've got any messages or insights into that, you know, now that you are apart. Okay, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this reading, please know that there may be a message here for you today. Okay, but remember, it's just a general reading for the collective, so you know, just take what resonates and leave the rest. You know, if it doesn't resonate with you, just feel peaceful and find the message that does resonate for you. Okay, so these are the groups. This is group 1, group 2 and group 3. Group 1, group 2 and group 3. I ask that you choose from your intuition, so just drop down into yourself, feel peaceful, take a few deep breaths to drop down into your body, and then use that quiet inner voice that we all have to guide you as to which of the 3 groups to choose today. Okay? While you do that, I will just let you know that I have got a beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations to help to raise your vibration and dissolve any blocks that you may have towards love and prosperity. I have just got a new meditation out, which I'm so pleased to share with you all, which is called Heal Your Broken Heart. So I've got Heal Your Broken Heart affirmations, which you can listen to during your daily life to reprogram your mind with new positive beliefs, and then also the meditation, which is for when you are going to sleep or sleeping or relaxing, when you've got that time for yourself to reprogram your subconscious mind in that way. People have been saying that they've been getting really good results with that, and it's been helping them with their healing. So if that resonates with you, do check that out. That is linked in the description box. So if you've made your choice, all of the timestamps for these 3 groups are in the description box for you. I'm really looking forward to sharing this time with you and doing this reading with you today. So yeah, let's get started. I will see you in a moment. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 1. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see what messages we have from Spirit regarding your person and how they are feeling now that they are without you. Okay, so I'm going to leave the oracle cards here for a moment and just take a look at the tarot to begin with. So we have 3 of Wands in the reverse, the Lovers card, 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups, the Sun, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, 4 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, this is interesting. So Gemini's energy is represented here, as well as Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So that may be relevant to you in this situation. So we have this 3 of Wands energy. So I'm just feeling like in the recent past, the passion between you and your person has really drained out of the connection. You know, we need that sort of energy between 2 people. You know, you've got to keep the attraction. You know, maybe the attraction waned. You know, maybe there wasn't, you know, so much enthusiasm for the connection. Somebody in that connection was feeling a bit meh. They weren't putting the effort in. You know, perhaps, you know, they weren't sort of connecting to you so much. You know, you couldn't feel their love, you didn't feel like you were loved. You know, so this 3 of Wands energy in the reverse, it's just like a fire that's just kind of died down to the embers, you know. So that's what I'm seeing with this, that you know, things maybe it just got a bit stale or a little bit stagnant, you know, like it had, the connection had lost the momentum for some reason. You know, it wasn't just like, you know, for lack of feelings, there just wasn't the same enthusiasm in the relationship as there had been in the beginning. And you just thought, well, is this a relationship? Isn't this a relationship? You know, what's happening in this situation? But we do have this beautiful card, the Lovers. I do sense that this connection is a soulmate connection. This is a very deep connection that may be, you know, if they feel very familiar to you, it may be that this connection has gone on for several lifetimes, you know, that you're always in and out of each other's lives regardless of which lifetime you're in. But this is a soul connection. You are destined to meet each other in this life, to have these experiences. So, you know, I'm just sensing that it's a deep connection, but I just think maybe you're thinking, well, is it worth it? Is it worth it, you know? So, you know, we have this Four of Cups energy. Someone, you know, you were offering them all this love. You had all this beautiful love to give from your heart space, and it just wasn't being very well received. It's like they were ignoring all the amazingness that you had to offer them. So you've got this love to offer them, you've got this enthusiasm for the relationship to offer them, and they were just like completely shut down to it, or unaware of what it takes to have a real relationship. You know, that for anything to work, energy has to put, you know, you have to put energy into it. If you want a successful relationship, if you want a successful career, if you want a successful life, if you want to get money, your energy has to go into that to make that happen. And I just feel that wasn't, you know, the situation. The energy had drained out of it, or their energy was elsewhere, you know, like they had other priorities, and it wasn't the relationship that was their main priority in the situation. So I'm just feeling like this Four of Cups, you know, like the more they withdrew, the more you put into it, and the more you put into it, the further away they got. This is what I'm sensing in this situation. You're just like, what's happening? Let me pour more love into this, and they're just like, not interested, I'm not bothered. You know, maybe they became a bit shut down, maybe they wouldn't talk to you about how they were feeling, and you're just like, I don't even know what is going on with you now. Because, you know, if you won't open up to me, if you won't share with me, if you won't talk to me, if you won't put anything into it, you know, the whole thing is just like ground to a halt. Okay, this is what I'm sensing has happened in the recent past for you. So, you know, looking at things now, you know, they realize what they've lost. They realize what they've lost now with this Five of Cups energy. So, you know, without you, they're feeling lost without you. They're feeling deep sadness, deep regret as to, you know, it's like you don't know what you've got till it's gone. This is what I'm sensing with this energy. This is what they're feeling. Like they see your value now that you're not in their life. Now they see your value. You know? It's too little too late is what I'm sensing. So they see your value now, and it is causing them to experience, you know, sadness. I can feel like so much sadness in my heart space about this. They're angry with themselves as well as to how they've behaved. So, you know, they feel really sad about that. They really feel really sad that you're not in their life. They feel like there's this great big gaping hole in their life now. And what I'm seeing here is they don't know what to fill that hole with, you know? They don't know what to fill that space with. They don't know what to do with that energy. They don't know what to do with these feelings. And with this Sun card, you know, you may be dealing with a Leo or someone with Leo in the chart, but you know, what I'm sensing, you know, is that they've just had this illumination, this clarity that they've received as a result of you saying, I've had enough. You know, I know this connection is deep. I know that I really love you. I know that I really feel it. But, you know, you said, I've had enough of being treated like this. Or I've had enough of being the only person who is invested in this relationship. And now they recognize that. They've had an epiphany. They've had that download. They've realized it. This is why we've got this lost card, because they have recognized, you know, they're completely illuminated to the truth of it now. They've recognized what it is that they've lost. They've recognized that they've lost a good thing. The joy has drained away out of their life. I think it's making them feel very lost, like a little bit directionless. in their life. But this Sun card is all about, you know, their illumination, this clarity that they've received as to how good they had it with you. You know, how lucky they were to have somebody with that big heart in their lives. And they see that now. They see it clearly. And they also, now that they're without you, they recognize that they weren't pulling their weight with the Six of Pentacles energy. They realize that there's more that they could have done. They realize that they should have stepped up. They realize that they should have leveled up to you and really put some effort into this relationship, you know? And, you know, so they can see clearly what's happened now. And they see what they should have done to be able to fix it. You know, they know that they should have been more romantic. They know that they should have made more time for you. They know that they should have made you a priority and not just given you these crumbs. You know, maybe they stepped back from you because out of fear, or they were like, I don't really want a committed relationship, or I don't really want a real relationship. I'm sensing this person wasn't very future focused. I think maybe you were thinking of the future. You want to plan your life. You've got goals. You know where it is that you're going. And I just sense this person is more directionless than you, or they don't have a clearer vision of their future. So I think they felt this pressure of you just saying, well, you know, I want to go forward. I want to be successful. I want this relationship to be successful. I've got goals. And they were just like tagging behind, you know, like lagging behind you in this. So I think maybe you got a little bit ahead of them on the relationship timeline, and it made them very resistant because they just didn't know what it is that they wanted. They hadn't even processed this kind of stuff in their mind. They hadn't even thought about it. They hadn't even thought about getting married and having kids, or the future, or where this relationship was going. You know, they're just like, it's just like not on their radar. They're busy just living the day to day, thinking about what they want to eat next, or what it is that they want to watch on Netflix. They're not thinking about, you know, that if you do that, life will just pass you by. If you've got no plan, no intentions, life will just pass you by. So yeah, this is what I'm sensing. But, you know, they're really realizing that, you know, maybe more effort could have been put in on their part to show love, to express love, to invest energy into it. You know, they miss you, no doubt about it. They miss you. But I just wonder whether you were carrying them a little bit. You know, maybe what it is that they miss about you is that, you know, I'm getting this intuitive message that, you know, maybe you were carrying them. Maybe they thought you were going to rescue them. Maybe your life, their life was better with you in it because you took so much of the slack, because you did so much of the work, because you were the one organising all the dates and you know, organising all the socialising and reminding them what to do and doing their washing for them, whatever it is, you were doing that. And now they're like, oh, I've got to do this all on my own now. So, you know, we've got this Four of Swords. I feel like they are taking a bit of a hiatus. I don't see them reaching out to you with this. You know, they may have come to these conclusions within themselves, but I just think they're too ashamed to come forward. They're not in a very good headspace right now. You know, they are taking some more time to reflect on things, and they're taking a little bit of a break from it, okay? But what it is, I think, you know, they're spending a lot of time thinking, but they're getting a lot of ideas and no solutions, really, with the Seven of Cups energy. What I'm seeing is that they're a little bit all over the place emotionally, and a little bit all over the place mentally. So like they've realised that they need to up their game a little bit, that they need to be more focused, that they need to have intentions, you know, that if they want to have a good life, you know, you've made them have this epiphany. You've made them realise that. But I don't think they've got the skills to be able to make that happen. So I think they're thinking, oh, 1 minute I want to change my career, the next minute I just want to be dating a load of people because that will boost my self-esteem, and the next minute they're like, oh, I'm going to do this career, or I'm going to apply for this job, or I'm going to go traveling. They're just like, I just see them just going out with people, you know, they're having a drink with one person and talking about some traveling that they're going to do, and then they're going out on a date or having a drink with somebody else and just talking about, you know, some new business that they're going to start, or some new career, or some new job, or some training that they want to do. It's just like, there's a saying there, what is it? I am a feather for each wind that blows. I think it's Shakespeare, maybe A Winter's Tale. I am a feather for each wind that blows. So they're just being blown about on the breeze, you know, or they meet somebody and they're really into it, something, or, you know, they're a DJ and they're really cool and they're like, oh, I want to be a DJ, I want to be really cool. It's just an example. Or, you know, I snowboard, or, you know, I work in this industry, and they're like, oh, I could do that, you know. Or, you know, maybe if I was with this person, things would be better. What I'm sensing is that they're very outward focused, okay? They're not looking within themselves, so they're doing reflection, but what they're doing is they're looking outside. So this is how they're feeling without you. They're feeling like their life is a mess, yeah? So they're looking outside for a fix to their inner pain, their inner conflict, their inner confusions, where they need to look within themselves, you know, like it says with the Four of Swords, but what they're doing is looking for external things, external validation and external solutions. They're thinking, well, maybe if I get this car, or, you know, maybe if I go on this trip, or maybe if I work in this industry, yeah? Or maybe if I'm dating this person, then I'll feel better. Okay, but what we know is that they're not going to feel better by doing these things, because they've got to do the inner work. So let's see about that. This is indicated as well with the King of Pentacles energy. I'm just sensing like their career or financial situation, or, you know, maybe they're studying something and now they've changed their mind about what it is that they want to do, or they've started a career and they've changed their mind about that, but they just feel like they don't know where they're at with what it is that they've got to offer the world. And this is really affecting their self-esteem. Now, you may not be aware of this. This may be something that's been going on internally within them, because it's not something that they've been sharing or talking about with you. But I'm just sensing, you know, with this King of Pentacles in the reverse, that, you know, their actions are not in alignment with their desire. So they desire one thing, maybe they want to be a millionaire, maybe they want to drive a Porsche, maybe they want a committed relationship, but it's not matching up with the actions that they're taking. So they may want this millionaire lifestyle, or a particular relationship, or to be married and have a family, but all they're doing is sitting in their underpants all day, gaming, or drinking, or shopping, or just doing something which is totally opposite to what it is that they say that they want to do, you know. So this is what I'm sensing, but, you know, maybe you're not aware of this, but I'm just feeling like, you know, this could even be a small shift. You know, I'm just giving you know, big broad examples, but, you know, the thing may be that their intentions aren't in alignment, you know, their actions aren't in alignment with their intentions, what it is that they want. This is very heavily indicated here, you know, and this is what's stalling them. This is what the problem is here. I'm just feeling like maybe their job or their financial situation is affecting their self-esteem. They feel like they don't have a lot to offer, or they can't provide, or they don't know what they're going to do about the future. This, you know, this isn't a person who's thinking long term. This isn't a person who's thinking about their future goals or the future. Okay, so this is how they're feeling about you now that they're without you. You know, they feel this loss. They recognize you know, where mistakes have been made, but they're not really lining that up with thinking, well, now I should get back with them and do right by them. You know, they're focused on all this external, you know, their energy is very externally focused, but it isn't really getting them anywhere. It's not, you know, they're not making any progress with that, you know, so they're thinking that the problem is out there, that the problem is with somebody else, that somebody else is going to rescue them. You know, this King of Pentacles in the reverse is really like, I want to be rescued from my life circumstances, from my financial situation, or from my own inner pain. And yeah, they're not doing the work to make that happen. You know, maybe something that they, you know, they are reflecting, stuff is going through their mind. This may be something that they come to that realization in the future, but not right now. We're just looking at a snapshot of the energy in this moment, and in this moment they're churning over a lot of stuff but not really getting any results. Let's take a look at the oracle cards for you. So we have Consider Your Foundation from the Whispers of Love oracle deck. We have the card Take a Break from the Work Your Light oracle deck. We have the card Impatience Is it going to focus? No. From the Wild Offering Oracle deck, we have the card Dreams, which is so beautiful, from the Universal Love Oracle deck. And we have this lovely card from the Universe Has Your Back Oracle deck. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Okay, so you know, this Dreams card does speak about, you know, the emotional loss that they've been experiencing as a result of you not being in their life anymore. You know, they do daydream about you, and they are dreaming about you, so you're very much in their subconscious mind as part of this process. You know, they're still very much emotionally invested in you. They just like, it's like they don't have the skills to make a relationship work, is what I'm seeing. This card, Consider Your Foundation, is very, you know, pertinent to what we've been talking about with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Four of Swords and the Cups energy. You know, what they're going through right now, where they're considering, you know, their life, their bigger goals, what it is. You know, they're trying to work out what's wrong with their life, why their life isn't working. So, you know, maybe they need to go back to basics, go back to their foundation. You know, maybe that the relationship wasn't built on very solid foundation to begin with. You know, maybe you did have this deep attraction, but you knew that you weren't in alignment with where you were going in this life, because maybe, you know, you do have bigger goals and bigger dreams than this person who was more fly by the seat of their pants, you know, didn't really have a plan, you know. So, you know, we also have this take a break, very similar to the Four of Swords energy. You know, it may be that this person is considering going on a vacation, taking a few days off, going away with their friends or mates to take their mind off some of these, you know, really heavy, excuse me, there's a fly, very heavy energies, and just all this turmoil, you know, this sort of churning energy that they have within them. So it may be, you know, it may just be that they need a break from that so they can get some clarity, or it may be that they're considering going away, you know. And also we have this card Impatience. Again, this reflects the Seven of Cups energy, you know, just that, you know, wanting to rush things, not being in right alignment, you know, wanting things to work out magically, you know, just, you know, being able to snap your fingers and have things, you know, your life look like how you imagine it in your mind, but it doesn't work like that. Even when we're manifesting things, there's still a journey to go on, isn't there, you know? So I sense that they're sort of impatient. I also sense, you know, that there's this sort of, you know, that their energy has really risen up into this yang energy, like they want to, you know, they're impatient to hear from you, but they're not willing to come forward and do that themselves. They're just like, well, when are they going to get in touch with me? Doesn't mean that you should, because, you know, if this is resonating with you, then I don't think that's the case. But they're just like, oh, when am I going to bump into them? When am I going to be able to, you know, explain myself? When am I going to hear from them again? You know, they're impatient to hear from you, but they're not willing to take that step themselves. And I really think that it's them that should be doing the legwork, in my opinion. It's a beautiful message from Spirit here for you. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Okay, so just remember, miracles happen every day. That's like a beautiful affirmation that you can use, you know, to help you through this difficult time. Miracles are natural for me. Miracles happen every day. So if you feel like you need a miracle to get through this situation, to get through the tough feelings, or you need a miracle to you know, get this relationship back on track, then, you know, just focus on your own positive energy and, you know, be open to miraculous changes. But that miraculous change may be that there is somebody who is more in alignment with you. If this is resonating with you, it may be that there is somebody out there who is more in alignment with you. I know that you have these deep feelings and this deep love, you know, and that this is a soul connection that you have with this person. But, you know, are your lifestyles in alignment with one another? You know, you have to have like a clear vision of the future together and be prepared to put the work in to make that happen. you know, for that to be successful for you. Okay, but your person is definitely really sad without you. They've sensed that loss. They're working through their own things, but I think at the moment they're just going through a lot of emotional turmoil, and they're looking in the wrong places to find solutions. They're looking externally, and you know, maybe they're not one of these people that really looks within or is sort of spiritual in nature. You know, they don't have that ability to reflect deeply on the spiritual nature of things or their own actions. Okay, that's everything that I have for you in this reading today. I hope that this has given you some clarity and that it's been beneficial for you in some way. You know, just take what resonates and leave the rest for you, because what resonates is the messages that Spirit wants to give you. Okay, just a big shout out to all my subscribers and everyone who has donated through the energetic exchange. I forgot to say that at the beginning, but I do love you all so much. Thank you for being part of this community and helping it to grow. You know, I'm really loving this journey. I'm loving connecting with people all over the world. It has been so amazing. There's so many amazing people out there going through similar experiences, so know that you're not alone in your journey. Okay, do check out my new meditation, Heal Your Broken Heart, or you know, on my website, my collection of meditations. There's lots there for you for attracting prosperity and love. People have, you know, they connect with me letting me know what amazing results they get as a result of doing that work on themselves. Okay, but thank you for spending your time with me today. It's been my honor to read your cards as always. I love you all so much. I'm sending you all a big hug. Have an amazing week, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. You take care now. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 2. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see what messages we have from Spirit regarding, you know, how your person feels now that that you're no longer together, or that you are no longer in their life. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that. I just want to thank all my amazing subscribers, and to everybody who is part of this community in any way. Thank you so much for being part of this journey with me. It's amazing. And thank you to everybody who has donated through the energetic exchange. I am sending you all a big hug. Okay, let's get on with your reading. I'm going to take a look at the tarot cards first, and we'll have a look at the oracle cards in a moment. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands for you. We have 2 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the 7 of Swords in the reverse, the 6 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords for you. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. So I'm sensing that this started off really well. There was a lot of passion between you both, you and this person. You know, I feel like, you know, you felt like you were on solid ground, that you had like a beautiful connection. Like it was quite, I don't know, it just felt fresh and like really fun, and you could have a good laugh with each other, and you know, like you totally trusted them, and you know, you felt you could trust them and they trusted you, and there was this beautiful energetic exchange, just beautiful energy invested from both sides, but also very passionate. I just feel like you had like a really lovely attraction between you both. It may have been lust at first sight, but yeah, just definitely you know, all that lovely attraction and magnetic spark between you both, really good feeling. But then something in the recent past has gone wrong, because we've got these 2 cards, the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles, which both indicate you know, stress. These are both cards of stress. So I think for some of you, these could be like external circumstances which have put pressure on the relationship. Could be that the relationship was long distance, or just you know, your geographical location made it very difficult for you to meet up. Could be that your work responsibilities, family responsibilities, somebody in this connection had a lot on their plate, and they just felt like they didn't have room for this relationship in their life. You know, they just had so much going on with work or with their family or with their other responsibilities, that they just didn't have the bandwidth for, you know, doing a relationship. because they're just so busy. I'm just sensing, you know, you're dealing with a very busy person, or, you know, maybe they've just got a lot on their plate emotionally. They've been dealing with a lot of things. Excuse me. It's just I'm just sensing just like it's just full on for them at the moment. You know, maybe they're working towards some particular goal, you know, to get an exam, or to get a promotion, or, you know, make their way in the world. But whatever it is, you know, life is very full on for them, and I just feel like they didn't have what it takes. They didn't have the bandwidth. They didn't have the actual time. They couldn't fit it in their heads. You know, having a relationship with you, you know, a relationship does take time. It does take energy, you know, and I just feel like these other things started to take precedence over that. It could be that for some of you there was just like some breakdown, you know, in this beautiful beginning that you had, or, you know, how it used to be. You know, things just got stressful between you both. There were misunderstandings. Instead of feeling like fun and sexy and light like it used to, it just started to feel like a burden, like you couldn't get over the challenges that you were experiencing. You couldn't get over the problems that you had with them, and then it just got a bit on again, off again, or you know, one minute it was okay and you've made up, and the next minute, you know, you weren't really talking to one another. So there's that sort of indicated in this reading as well. I do sense, it's interesting, the Seven of Swords in the reverse. You know, this is, you know, this can indicate, you know, like moving forward and what you can take with you as you move forward. And because it's in the reverse, that can indicate making a decision about what it is that you want to go forward with. You know, who is it that you want to go forward with? What is it that you want to take with you on this journey? So, you know, when you're feeling that overwhelm and you have to make that decision about, you know, what can come with you, you know, what can continue with you on that journey through life. You know, maybe that decision was, you know, resulted in you saying, or in somebody saying, well, it isn't this relationship that's going forward with me in life. You know, for some of you, you know, obviously Seven of Swords can indicate deception as well. You know, maybe that they deceived you in the past, but you were able to sort of get over that in some way, or you decided to give it another go, and that was the stress and the pressure that was put on this relationship. Okay, so it could be that that's indicated here, or it could just be, you know, like they weren't fully committed to it. Because I'm just sensing, you know, I'm wondering how solid this relationship was, how committed it was in the beginning, you know, whether or not it was a really defined relationship, or whether it was something that was you know, quite casual, or you know, you thought that it was a serious thing, but nothing had ever really been spoken about, talked through and agreed. You'd just kind of fallen into it, but nothing had like you know, been agreed between you both. So I'm just wondering whether that was the thing, and then maybe you just thought, well, they're still flirting with other people, or they're still chatting to other people, and that's caused some of this stress that we were talking about. But it was because the relationship wasn't clearly defined at the beginning. You know, we have the Six of Pentacles. I think your person was really feeling like they'd done everything that they could, even though you're looking at it and thinking, no, there's plenty more that you could be doing, or that you could have done. You know, I just feel, you know, this is a card of like giving crumbs, and that's all that they had to give you. Maybe it's because, you know, they had so much else on their plate that you only took up like a tiny little slither of their time. Or, you know, at the end of the day, you know, when they put everything into their work or their job or their other responsibilities, when they came home to you or when they had that time with you, they weren't bringing their best selves to you because they were just so tired and stressed that all they had left was crumbs. I'm sensing very strongly that this isn't what they wanted. It wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm just going to play them, I'm just going to give them these crumbs, that's all they're getting from me, that's all I've got to give. But I just feel like it's all they've got to give because it's all they had left. It's all they had left for this relationship. You know, I do sense really strongly that they thought that they were doing their best in the circumstances as well. You know, these crumbs that they were giving you, they thought that that was enough. But obviously, it's not enough. You know? This Knight of Wands in the reverse is very interesting as well. I just wonder whether some of you were dealing with somebody who used to be a player in the past. Maybe that was part of their personality, part of their character traits, and they've really sort of turned that around. Maybe they were dedicated to you, where in the past they'd not really been interested in a relationship and they were more interested in just having fun. I think this also indicates for some of you in this situation that I feel like there's a change in them, like they're more committed now than they were. This process that you've been through with them, they've realized that they can't come rushing in and out of your life. They can't just come in with these crumbs and then just leave again. And they are willing now to be more solid. They are still attracted to you. They still have this passion that hasn't died away. They still have that, and there is this change that is happening within them. They haven't realized that this Six of Pentacles isn't enough, but what they have realized, what they are really feeling is that they do want something which is more committed, which is more stable in their life, and which is more defined, and that their intention is to put that energy into that. So maybe if they're deciding what they want to go forward with, they have decided on reflection that they want to go forward with you. This is something that they're working through in their own energetic field, in their own emotions, and in their own thought processes at this time. This is what your person is thinking and feeling about. They're thinking, maybe I am ready to settle down, or maybe I am ready to commit now on reflection. Maybe I do understand what it takes to have a relationship. Or maybe they do understand that out of all the stuff that's going on in their life, one of the things that they want in their life is you. And I see that because we have the Ace of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. So, there's two aces here. This is a fresh start. This is new beginnings. They want a second chance with you. This is what they're thinking and feeling right now. They're feeling like they want a second chance. They definitely feel like they want to explain with this Ace of Swords energy. They've got something that they want to communicate with you. They want to talk this stuff through with you, so they want to reach out to you with communication, and I see them reaching out to you with communication in the next few weeks. I think this is the energy right now that we're looking at. So they're still working through this stuff in their energy field, so it's not going to be like straight away that they want to reach out to you, because they're still working on their own stuff. But I see them reaching out to you, maybe in a few weeks' time. But they definitely, part of this process that they're going through involves them wanting to talk it through with you specifically. They want to get clarity from you. They want to explain themselves to you. This is how they're feeling. And we have this Ace of Cups energy as well. So they do still have like this ocean, this well of love for you and deep feelings. So the passion is still there, the attraction is still there, and the love is still there. Maybe they didn't even talk about love with you, but they definitely want to offer you this cup of love. Okay, so what I'm seeing for you in the near future is that they want to reach out to you. I feel like you're going to have a really good conversation with them, and it's going to clear a lot of things up for you both. Okay, so I just feel like when the emotions have settled down a little bit, when they've had time to reflect, when you've had time to reflect, that you will be able to have this really beautiful discussion, and understand each other better. But I don't think this is like let's get closure sort of discussion, because this Ace of Cups is about love renewed. So I see in the future this love being renewed. I don't believe that it's over. you know, there is this potential here that maybe you have this discussion, maybe you talk it through, and that you agree to be friends, so that you agree that, you know, you still always really care about each other, but you feel better about things. But that's not what I'm seeing here with this King of Pentacles, because this King of Pentacles combined with these cards together really indicates like a future, you know, indicates building a future together, more stability. Yeah, a better foundation for you, and also, you know, long-term potential. This is what I see here. So, you know, I see them wanting to talk to you. I see them offering love to you as that progresses, you know, as you come to understand each other better. And I see that, you know, it's really strongly indicated here with the Seven of Swords in the reverse and the Knight of Wands in the reverse, that they're deciding to leave certain things behind, certain behaviors, certain responsibilities in favor of this relationship, and in favor of building this strong foundation with you, of investing in this relationship. When I see the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups together like this is an investment in a relationship, you know, with you. This is what I'm seeing here for you. Okay, so this is going to happen in the near future, but they need to process these other things. But yeah, as I was saying, they definitely want to talk things through with you. I think it's going to be very illuminating. It's going to bring you a lot of clarity, so that you can really, you know, understand where that person is coming from. This is definitely how they're feeling right now. They're feeling that they want to reach out to you with this love. They're feeling like they want to talk it through with you. You know, and I just think as they go through this process, they're going to realize that they want to invest in something more long-term with you. They're willing to put the investment in, the investment of the energy to build in the long term. You know, a committed, you know, something real. This is what I'm hearing, you know, this is a card of things getting real. So maybe it was, you know, you just thought it was a bit of fun, you thought it was a fling, you thought it was casual, or they thought that and you weren't on the same page. But now they see the truth of it. Now they see that this has got potential, and that they are willing to get involved in something that's real with you, okay? That's what's indicated in the cards, okay? So let's take a look at these beautiful oracle cards. So we have this lovely card from the Whispers of Love oracle deck, which is Love Makes the Difference. Love makes the difference. We have this beautiful card, Leap, from the Work Your Light oracle deck. Such an amazing deck to have in your collection. We have this card, Empowerment, from the Wild Offering oracle deck. We have the card Emergence from the Universal Love oracle deck, and we have Oneness is My True Nature from the Universe Has Your Back oracle deck. So what I'm seeing here is, you know, some of these oracle cards are really reflecting what we've been talking about. So this Leap card is really indicating, you know, these aces that we've been seeing with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. You know, it's saying, you know, take a chance on this love. You know, and I'm just sensing that your person is really feeling, or they're going to come into this understanding that it's worth, you know, like we were talking, it's worth investing in, but it's worth, you know, taking that leap to, you know, over their fears. You know, to work out that it's worth making the investment. So I just feel like they're gonna take the leap, you know, overcome their fears, reach out to you. Very similar to the Fool energy in the tarot, you know, just like taking this leap of faith, giving it another go. Okay, so with this card Emergence and this card Empowerment, you know, again, you know, the Emergence cards is about renewal, like we were talking about with the aces. Again, it's really strongly indicated here for you. Renewal is coming with this emergence. Something new is going to come out of this sort of hiatus that you're on, this little break that you're on, and you're going to be able to understand each other better, and that's going to lead to renewal. You're going to sort of be cracked open, become more vulnerable. You're going to be able to sort of lay your heart open. You're going to be able to talk openly about what it is that you're really thinking and feeling, and that's going to sort of crack you open into this sort of emergence of new feelings and new understandings between each other. And then empowerment, you know, I just feel like you're learning a lot as a result of this connection, and that you're stepping into your own, you know, you're becoming more empowered. So if you've been feeling a bit lost, a bit like this has been really hard work, I don't really know what's happening, there's so much fresh energy here with the aces and this empowerment card, just stepping back into your truth. You can feel empowered. Get grounded, get centered, believe in yourself, believe that everything is working out for the highest good of everybody concerned. You don't need to wallow in these low vibrational bad feelings. You can really reconnect with your power. This is similar to the strength card in the tarot, you know, like facing your fears, getting out there, you know, and just being confident. Trust the universe to support you in love. Okay, so I see that here as well. Love makes a difference. That's so gorgeous. You know, this is just, I just think this is linked to this Ace of Swords, of just, you know, sharing, you know, what it is that you're thinking and feeling with one another, and that you do realize that you do love each other, or they realize that they love you, and you know, that's going to create some good feeling energy for you. That's what's going to make the difference to overcoming these problems that we were talking about earlier, you know. So, you know, just remember to send them love. You don't have to send them your love. You can just channel universal love and good feelings towards them. That's going to help to shift those energies, because you can't, they're on their own journey, they're doing their own thing. And in these situations, the only thing that we can do is just focus on ourselves. So like we were talking about, stepping back into your own power. Don't become a victim. Don't become disempowered with all these negative emotions. Step back into your power. Know that you're amazing. You know, carry on working on your goals, and just, you know, while they, you know, work through their own stuff. And but yeah, there's still, you know, like we were saying, there is still all this love here, the Ace of Cups, and the love makes a difference. There's still love in this connection. There's still feelings in this connection. Don't doubt it. Okay, and then just oneness is my true nature. Just remember, you're still connected, you know, to everyone and everything. We're in this beautiful web of life. If you're feeling like, you know, this separation is very painful, just know that you are, the spirit wants you to know that you're still connected to them. You know, when you've got this love, these feelings, this attraction, you know, you've still got all these energetic cords of connection between you both. And you can imagine those cords if you want to, if it helps to make you feel more connected to them. Okay, so yeah, that's just a little reminder from the universe that, you know, separation is only an illusion. Okay, so yeah, just to recap, you know, they are working on their stuff. They're, you know, really considering you know, becoming more committed, and you know, I do see them in the future reaching out for communication and wanting to give it another shot. Maybe this isn't what you want to hear, maybe you want them to be gone away, but you know, what you do with that information is up to you. But I just see a positive outcome. Whatever happens, you're going to feel good about it. Okay, you're going to feel good about it. So, you know, if they still want you and you don't want them, then you'll feel good about that. And if they come back to you offering this beautiful cup of love, then, you know, maybe you can consider giving it a second chance. But I think what it is that they've got to say is well worth listening to. Do give them the chance to say their piece. Okay, that's everything that I have for you in this reading for you today. It has been my honour to read your cards. Thank you for spending your time with me. I've loved it so much. I hope that this reading has given you some clarity. Remember just to take what resonates and leave what doesn't resonate, because it's just a general reading. But, you know, the things that do resonate are the messages that Spirit wants you to hear today. Okay, do check out my beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations, including my Heal Your Broken Heart meditation. People have been connecting with me to say that they've been getting really amazing results with those. So if that resonates with you, do check those out. They are linked in the description box below this video. But yeah, I'm sending you all so much love. Thank you for being part of this community, and yeah, have an amazing week. Do take good care of yourselves, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 3. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see what messages Spirit has for you regarding how your person is feeling now that you are no longer in their life. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at those. We'll start with the tarot and take a look at the oracle cards in a moment for you. All right, just a big shout out to all my subscribers. I can't remember if I said at the beginning, but yes, thank you so much for being part of this community, and thank you to everyone who has donated through the energetic exchange. I am sending you all a big hug. Okay, let's get on with your reading. We've got the 3 of Cups in the reverse. We've got the 8 of Swords for you. We've got the King of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Lovers in the reverse. We've got the 10 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, 6 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, it's interesting. Okay, I can see Gemini's energy represented here, Leo's energy is represented here, and Cancer's energy is represented here, Sun, Moon, or Rising. All right, that may resonate with you. All right, so we have this 3 of Cups in the reverse. I feel like, you know, a lot of the happiness is drained out of this relationship. Like, you know, it used to feel really good, you used to connect really well, and now, you know, that has obviously gone sour. This has happened in the recent past. You know, perhaps you weren't making time for one another, perhaps the time that you spent together wasn't quality time, or just, you know, it suddenly became not very enjoyable. This can also indicate, you know, with this 3 of Cups in the reverse, you know, a third party situation. I don't know if somebody was interfering in your relationship. You know, I don't know whether there was somebody else on the scene. If this is the case, this is something that you already know about, or it may be just that they were flirting with other people, or you know, it could be for some of you in group 3 that, you know, someone was interfering, there was some family interference, or, you know, maybe their friends were in their ear, you know, with their opinions about the relationship. Okay, so that's what I see represented here. I feel like it's triggered, like, your connection has triggered a lot of fears in your person. You know, like, they have really, you know, they've just been, the feeling triggered is what I'm hearing, you know. So, you know, something about this situation with them, or with you both, has caused them to, you know, feel a lot of fears, really feel like, you know, what I'm sensing is that maybe it's triggered some sort of old childhood wound, or one of their patterns, or something like this. Whatever it is that you're going through is, you know, a pattern that they have. You know, it's a relationship pattern that they experience. You know, this isn't the first time that they've behaved this way, or that they've been through this cycle, or something like this. But just in this connection, you know, recently there was just a lot of fears which were blocking the connection, blocking it from working. All right, I sense, you know, that these were kind of unfounded fears, really. They were really based on their own insecurities rather than the actual truth of things. You know, maybe they were worried, maybe they were jealous of other people. You know, maybe they had a lot of jealousy. Maybe they were jealous of your friends, or jealous of the people that you talk to, and, you know, that made them feel insecure. But what I'm hearing very strongly is insecurities were triggered in this situation. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, we have this King of Wands in the reverse. So this really, you know, the King of Wands in the upright is, you know, really empowered. So I'm just sensing, you know, with it in the reverse, this is the opposite meaning. So I'm just sensing, you know, maybe there was some pettiness here, you know, where maybe there were some arguments that just went round and round, where they didn't get anywhere, where, you know, they weren't making any sense about, you know, what their point was. Just, you know, the passion had drained out of the connection. as a result of these things, that there was a lack of investment in the connection and lack of, you know, any energy to drive it forwards. This is what I'm seeing with this King of Wands in the reverse here, you know, that there's the passion had just drained out of it, you know, and without that energy, you know, a relationship's going to stall or it's going to end, you know, because you always need that fire to be burning. So yeah, this is what I'm feeling, you know, that they withdrew their love. I sense actually that the attraction may have waned, like it's sort of the attraction died. You know, we always need that sort of frisson in a connection to really keep that attraction alive, and I just felt that maybe somebody or both of you in this connection were no longer attracted to each other in the same way that you used to be. But I do see like a lot of immaturity and immature behavior when I see this King of Wands in the reverse, you know, just like taking low shots and, you know, just having pointless arguments that just go round and round, or, you know, just not making any sense, you know, not being very emotionally mature is what I'm hearing. Okay, but yeah, also, you know, that's why the relationship has stalled, because this passion has drained away from it. So, you know, the way they're feeling is that this is the Lovers in the reverse. Very interesting. You know, you could be dealing with a Gemini. This can indicate a soulmate connection or a twin flame connection as well. So they are feeling like they've lost something very significant. They do recognize that this is a significant connection that you have together, and, you know, without you, they're really feeling that, oh, I can feel it right within me. They're feeling that wrench. They're feeling that, oh, it's horrible, that wrench of not having you, that, you know, that longing. And, you know, they're reflecting on the happiness that they wanted with you and the happiness that they could have had with you, you know, that you were the full 10, you know, you were their everything to them. You know, maybe they couldn't quite connect to that because they didn't have the emotional maturity to connect to it. But, you know, you were their perfect 10. They see you as, you know, an amazing person. They see it as an amazing match. And, you know, they're really feeling the loss of that now, you know, the hope that has gone out of this connection. So that's how they're feeling. They're feeling this, you know, deep emotional loss. They recognize that they've lost something quite significant. You know, they recognize that the sort of connection you had with one another isn't the sort of connection that you have with just anybody. You know, you don't have a meeting like that every day, you know. And then also combined with the Page of Pentacles, you know, again, they're just thinking of everything that they had to offer you. They're thinking of everything that you gave them. And this has given them food for thought, in that they're just, you know, in their quieter moments, they do reflect and just think, wow, you know, this had so much potential. And I've ruined it by being an idiot. You know, they can see what it is that you were offering them. You can see, you know, that you were such like a wonderful, beautiful thing in their life. You know, and how much you enriched their life, how much you brought to their life. But, you know, they are reflecting, they are asking these deeper questions now about this. They're thinking, you know, they're realizing, you know, they are thinking, wow, you don't meet like somebody like that every day. You don't feel like that about somebody every day. Maybe I should have, you know, responded differently. Maybe I should have behaved differently. Maybe I should have been more open to what it is that they were offering me, because, you know, they were offering me a lot of joy and happiness and a really deep, significant connection. So this is what they're thinking about. This is what they are reflecting on in their quieter moments. Looking into the future, I feel like, you know, they're coming from this really ego-based place. they're not looking at this from a spiritual point of view. There's a lot of like ego-based energy here. So I see the Eight of Wands in the reverse. This indicates I don't see them reaching out to you. I don't see them getting in touch with you. I'm sorry if that isn't what you want to hear right now, but that's just what I'm seeing. You know, this is in the reverse, so I do feel like this is going to continue to stall. I feel like they are, you know, they're not going to reach out to you. I feel like they're kind of headed in another direction away from you, you know, and that's due to, you know, them being bound up in their own fears. You know, this is what we're looking at here. You know, and the reason why I mention the egos, you know, when I see the Chariot and the Six of Wands together, this is really them feeling full of themselves. Maybe it might be like, on the surface, wow, this amazing person was really interested in me, so I feel really good about myself now, but, you know, I'm done with that. You know, I can have anyone I want, or, you know, plenty more fish in the sea, you know, but this isn't, they're kidding themselves. They are kidding themselves. Do you know what I mean? They, you know, they've recognized this deep connection. It scared them a little bit, and now they're just like, I'm not going too deep. You know, Page of Pentacles, I'm not going to go too deep. I'm just going to keep this on the surface of things and not going to look at it too closely, because, you know, then I might learn something, you know, about myself or about life. So yeah, I see them going out, having a good time, maybe connecting with other people, maybe flirting with other people, but all they're doing, you know, maybe they're connecting with other people online, but all they're doing is trying to get attention, to take their mind off this loss and off this situation. You know, they're looking for that ego boost. They're looking for external validation. So I see them sort of moving on. I feel like it might feel like they've moved on quite quickly, but it isn't for a lack of feeling from them. They're just, you know, they either don't have what it takes to have a real relationship. Maybe they don't have the skills. Maybe they were brought up in an environment where they didn't have the best role models for having the sort of relationship that you would want, you know, like a, you know, a deep connection, a soul connection, sort of a relationship. But so I see them sort of charging forward with their goals, you know, maybe moving on to somebody else, but they are torn. You know, they're on this journey where they're torn between their head and their heart. Their heart is still with you, no doubt about it. You know, they still feel that loss, they still feel that heart, I can feel it, they still feel that heart connection between you both, but they're really, really trying to stuff it down. They're trying to ignore it. They just think that if they get this external validation from other people, if they turn away from it, then it's going to go away. So I don't think they're really going to be looking into reconnecting with you. I see them sort of charging forward with their goals and their plans. But it is all surface level sort of stuff. But, you know, they are torn between their head and their heart. I think their head is saying, well, you know, this is too difficult, or it's ruined, or, you know, the damage is done now, or it's over, I better move forward. You know, that's the head going, okay, this is the logical thing to do. The logical thing to do is to focus on my career, to see who else is out there that I can date, to plow on with things, to keep moving, keep investing in life, pushing forwards. But their heart is, you know, there's still a heart connection there. They still recognize that, and that is holding them back a little bit from making that progress. You know, so if it seems from the outside like they're moving on quite quickly, or that they're dating somebody else, or they seem happy, or they're just out dating other people, or they're out with their friends, or, you know, it looks like things are going well if you're peering at their social media and things like this. This is all surface level stuff. They're only dealing with things from a surface level. They're only living from a surface level. They're not asking these spiritual questions. They're not delving too deep into it, because it's like, it just touches these raw wounds that they have, and they think that they can get by through life. They can get through life like this. But one day they will learn that they can't. One day it's going to come back and bite them in the bum. You know? So I'm just saying, it's just a perception, whatever your perception is, like they've moved on, or that they're happy, or that, you know, maybe they're off going traveling or in the sunset, or something new and exciting is happening for them, then just know it's just a surface level thing. It isn't giving them any satisfaction, is what I'm hearing. That's what they're feeling. They're feeling dissatisfied, and they're just looking for solutions in the external. You know, they're looking for that external validation and just, you know, ego boosts and things like this. But ultimately, you know, that doesn't bring happiness, ultimately. So I'm just feeling like there's something in here. I know that there's this beautiful, deep soul connection between you both. I know that the connection is deep. I know that you feel it really deeply in your heart space. You still feel like you're connected to them now. But their intention is to move away from this, to move forward with their lives. This is the energy that I'm picking up right now. You know, I'm only picking up on the energy at this moment. You know, this is what they're thinking about. This is how they're feeling now. That could change as circumstances change. This is only, you know, a likely sort of situation, you know, based on what they're thinking and feeling at this time. You know? So, but yeah, the message here is all is not as it seems. So, you know, if you're feeling a little bit despairing that they can't recognize this connection, they do recognize it, but it's just scaring them, and they think that they can distract themselves with other things. Okay? So yeah, let's take a look at these oracle cards for you. We have this beautiful card, Choose Love, from the Whispers of Love oracle deck. We have the card Get Grounded from the Work Your Light oracle deck. We have the card Self-Acceptance from the Wild Offering oracle deck. We have the card Earth Connection from the Universal Love oracle deck, and we have Joy is the Ultimate Creator from the Universe Has Your Back oracle deck. So what I'm sensing here with the Self-Acceptance card is like maybe you're blaming yourself. You know, I'm just getting this message from Spirit that like some of you in this group are ruminating a lot. You're blaming yourself. You're thinking, oh, this is my fault. Maybe if I'd done this differently, maybe if I'd expressed myself like this, maybe if I'd said this thing, maybe if I'd been slimmer or sexier or done a little dance, or I don't know, whatever it is that you're thinking in your mind, you know, that things could have played out differently, and they couldn't have played out differently. This is the way it was meant to play out. It takes two to tango. If, you know, a relationship is 50-50, if they weren't willing to put that energy into the relationship, or they weren't willing to face their fears, or they weren't willing to recognize the depth of this connection that we have with the Lovers card, there is nothing you can do about that. You know, you haven't done anything wrong. You are an amazing person. You absolutely did your best in the circumstances, but you cannot change another person. You know, you cannot be responsible for their actions. You need to know where you end and they begin. Okay, you can only be in charge of you. You can only be in control of you. You cannot control what it is that they decide to do with their lives, or, you know, if they throw this away. You know, you recognise that this could have been a beautiful thing. I think, you know, in their quieter moments, they recognise that this could have been a beautiful thing. They know it. But for whatever reason, due to their fears, or, you know, their inability to have a proper real relationship, you know, I just feel like they're not at that life stage. They're not at that stage in their life where they can really do that for you. Spirit is also saying, you know, we've got this card Earth Connection and Get Grounded. This is really just about if you've been spending a lot of time ruminating, if you've been spending a lot of time in your head, you know, worrying about it, thinking about it, wondering about what they're doing, thinking about how you've done things differently. You know, Spirit has really got this beautiful advice for you to get into nature. Get back, you know, get outside for a little bit if you can. Take a little break in nature if you can. you know, spend a day at the beach if you can, or, you know, doing some forest bathing, get out hiking, walk the dog, whatever it is. Get into nature, because it's going to make you feel better, and it's going to soothe some of these feelings that you've been having, okay? Spirit is really, really encouraging you to do that. If you can walk barefoot with your bare feet on the ground, so you can really get grounded, imagine those roots, you know, growing out of your feet into the ground. It's going to stop you from getting carried away with fantasies and thoughts and what ifs. It's going to bring you back to yourself. This is what Spirit is saying to me. It's going to bring you back to wholeness and to yourself. You do not want to give yourself away to this person. You know, you've done your best. You've done your best in this situation. You do not need to give yourself a hard time about it, okay? And also we have this card, Choose Love and Joy is the Ultimate Creator. So this is just another beautiful reminder just to choose your own self-love, invest in your self-care at this time. If this has been a very difficult time for you in your life, okay, you can feel better by spending time in nature and investing in yourself, and just, you know, have some fun. You know, follow your bliss. What is it that you enjoy? Take your energy off of this person, because I just really feel like it will be wasted. You know, I don't feel like you can, you know, they're decided on what it is that they want to do at this time. And I just feel like the best thing that you can do right now is to invest in yourself. And, you know, just do something that feels good to you. Maybe you want to get away for a few days. Maybe you want to do some journaling. Maybe you want to do something creative, you know, some painting or some music or whatever, because it's going to make you feel so much better. And just take your focus off of this person and ruminating about them, because you are an amazing person. Never doubt that. You are amazing. You have this beautiful big heart where you have so much to offer. And if they are choosing to run from this amazing connection and the potential that they see here, then, you know, that is their own journey. You know, and don't live, you know, with this energy, choose love. You know, don't connect to the energy of lack. Don't think, oh, this was the only one, or this is my only chance. It isn't your only chance, okay? You cannot miss out on what is yours by divine right, okay? The divine selection, the one who is destined to be with you, would never run from the beautiful love that you have to offer. You know, they would embrace it. Okay, so Spirit's really saying the best thing to do right now is to take your energy off of this person, because you're leaking out energy to them, and bring it back into you. Get centered into you, get grounded into your own goals and dreams and passions. You know, live your life for you, and then that will create the best outcome. Okay, and if the best outcome is that you meet somebody else, then you're going to be in a really good headspace and heart space to be able to do that, to be able to enjoy that new journey without any baggage. You know, and if it's that this person comes back around, I don't see that in the near future, but often, you know, sometimes you can separate, and if you're working on yourself and they're doing a bit of work on their own selves in their own way, then, you know, never say never. You know, I don't see them coming back towards you in the near future, in the sort of next 4 to 6 weeks, but, you know, take that energy back to you and then just see what happens as a result of that, okay? But yeah, they are feeling like they've lost a good thing. This is what they're feeling, and they're feeling like they need to cover up that pain with external validation and things in the material world, in the 3D world. They don't want to look too closely at it, because I think it's going to be too painful for them. This is what I'm sensing. Okay, that's everything that I have for you in this reading for you today. I hope this reading has given you some clarity. If you feel called to, please check out my collection of guided meditations and affirmations. including my new meditation for healing your broken heart, which is available now. People have been saying that it's really been helping them to feel much better. But it has been my honour to read your cards as always. I've loved spending time with you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Do take good care of yourselves. Look after yourselves and be gentle with yourself. Have an amazing week. I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye.